Welcome to Think Big and Grow podcast, episode number 4, Real Parent, Real Son. Hello, this is me, Boubacar, and I hope you're all well and so excited about this episode, and I'm really thrilled. I just come up with a little story about my two parents, both my beautiful mom, Hawa Bilaba, and my late dad, Muhammad Saliu. May his soul rest in peace in the kingdom of Allah. Ameen. Well, I am about to tell you this personal story that completely changed my life. It's a story that I just adore to share here with you in a way so meaningful. It's a story, as I said, about my two parents who have loved, cared, and given the best education to their son, who I am. Real parents don't just birth, they do more beyond that. Respect all parents around the world. Well, what I've learned is that your parents, your mother and father, love you the most than anyone else on earth. Your parents are the only ones who can do all what they can to tear a way out for you, because you are worth it. Great enough, bright as born to shine brighter. I have to admit that our parents are the best educators, for they build you to be you. Now get to this. As a child, I hated my mother's instructions and restrictions she put on me. She used to stop me from doing what I wanted to do, of course unconsciously. And she did not go to school at all. Neither did my father. But she held some significant qualities so rare. She's really an exceptional model, educator, and guide for me. There is an African proverb which says, an elderly under a tree can see farther than a young boy who's on the tallest tree. Parents know more about life. That's true, it's obvious, but you as a child or young boy aren't aware of life itself, even though you live it. My mother beat me every single day and punished me unlimitedly because I didn't like to go to school, to the Quranic center. She knew that if I don't go to school, then I'm gonna become useless in life with no value and consideration. That when I go to school, I can be educated to become, a great personality one day, as they were not. She felt that if I was not schooled, I could possibly be nothing. That's what she was seeing as an elderly under a tree, but I couldn't see as a young boy on the tallest tree. That was the willingness of my beautiful mom. And what I want you to know and understand about my parents is that they had one common idea, which is that I had to go to the Quranic center and school. My father also told me that being at school can change one's life, as he regretted for not being schooled. But as stupid I was, I did not catch anything from the advice. This is what I retained by the words of my father in those years before Allah took him back. He said to me, son, I want you to be a good boy, a good person. Remember that you are to be one day a man who is responsible. You'll have, inshallah, your own family. Be a man. And never forget this. Work hard and study. Never drop out of school. You have my blessing, son. I'm telling you, those were beautiful words of wisdom. I then understood the expressions of my father's face, which let me understand how right my mother was. Both were completely right. Yes, of course, completely. But I was wrong. They gave me all, but the most important ones that have great impact on me were joy, truth, hard work, education, and love. These are the valuable things my loved parent taught and gave me, as these are interchangeable and one always leads to the others, and it doesn't really matter in which order they are or have to be. If I have a good memory, my mother was quite different from my father. She not only wanted me to go to school, but also be a soldier or a carpenter. That's what she wanted. And her idea of being uncommon wasn't my cup of tea. I personally don't like and neither love to be both. That's how I made up my mind when I got to the message, which was to be literate, more educated. As Tony Robbins said it best, I go for passion. Passion sets me free. To have the right track and get outside my comfort zone, doing what I love. So, I love you, Mom. I adore you, Dad. You gave me the power to understand life. You gave me love. I gave love. You, in fact, showed me truth. I showed truth. You let me know joy. I let joy be known. You gave me the best education. I'll spread education. Now, if you are listening to this episode of my podcast, then you've got to understand that you owe your parents more and limitlessly, because even though you gave them any valuable thing that's in life, you won't be able to pay them back or satisfy them. Truth says tell. All what they have done for me, for you, okay, all what we've done for them ain't equal to whatever we give them, including respect, honor, consideration, love, money, to list a few. 9 months aren't equal to 9 hours, 9 days, or 9 weeks. Oh, no. If your parents are alive, then please try to understand that you must take care of them, and don't give any excuse or say anything about it. Just do take care of your parents, since it is a must, and do that as an act of being grateful, and ask them forgiveness for the wrong things you've already done to them, and promise to never do it again. By the way, if they aren't alive, pray for them anytime. Have an act of kindness toward their closest friends. Be thankful, love, be thrilled, learn, inspire, but never forget your beloved parents. So that was a piece of my personal story that I would like to share with you throughout my podcast. And don't forget that you can join me on Twitter, YouTube, and you just needed to write on YouTube Think Big and Grow podcast. So it's been me, Boubacar. Thank you so much. I don't forget to share the link of this podcast. Why not this episode to your closest friends and relatives, even your family. Thank you. Enjoy your day.